their thing so we can see all the skills they bring. You see the highlights on the TV screen, but there's a lot more happening behind the scenes. A biography of your favorite stars, and not just about their favorite cars. And every episode is fun things to find out. I'm gonna tell you more, but the ref's calling timeout. It's a Sports Illustrated for Kids show. Our guest host is Brett Favre out at Lambeau Field. He's gonna show Rebecca all about his pregame deal. Eugene's the Sky Dome, finding out some facts about the Jumbotron and how the roof retracts. Steve Smith shows generosity is great. He helped build the student center out in Michigan State. Leanne Shannon is a wheelchair athlete who could break world records when she competes. We're going back in time, in the zone of unknown, to find out about the Coliseum of Rome and the Harlem Globetrotters show tricks of the trade. So let's go to the show when we got in May.
I'm Rebecca here at historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers.
I'm here to meet up with our guest host, Brett Favre. Brett promises he'll reveal the secret to his success and show us how he prepares for games.
I've got this bike here because there's a tradition at Lambeau Field where kids hope to get a chance to carry their football heroes gear back to the locker room, and in exchange for that, their football heroes get to ride their bikes, which is pretty cool. So I'm waiting for Brett Favre.
Very nice bike here there, Rebecca.
Brett, how are you, man?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You done for the day?
No, I'll still have to study and prepare for next week's game.
Study?
Yeah.
Prepare? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Study and prepare?
Yeah. You want to go?
Sure.
Let's go. Not very far.
No?
While Rebecca and Brett go study some game film, I'm gonna learn about one great ballpark. I'm here in Toronto, Canada, and what some people call the 8th wonder of the world, Sky Dome. Hey, Sky Dome is the coolest stadium. It has a roof that slides open, so they can play indoors in the rain and outdoor in the sunshine. There are 29 places to eat, and check this out. The Jumbotron is one of the largest video screens in the world. So while I'm making my climb down from here to head over to Sky Dome, let's check out a couple of guys who are making a climb of their own. Rock climbing is one of the fastest growing sports, and 19-year-old Tommy Caldwell is one of the youngest and best competitive climbers.
I'm about to climb this climb right behind me. We don't really know how hard it is, it just looks pretty cool, so we're gonna try it.
Tommy has been among the top finishers in enough national rock climbing competitions to be ranked number 5 in the United States in competitive climbing.
Okay, you all set, Jesse?
Jesse Rayton is Tommy's friend and climbing partner. These partners help each other stay safe. Even for experienced climbers, safety is the priority.
What I'm going to be doing is called belaying Tommy, which means as he climbs up the route, I'm going to be handling the rope in a way that if he falls, I'll catch him right away.
Safety always comes first, but to become a skilled climber, you need to practice and work hard. Tommy and Jesse are good now, but they were once scared beginners.
I was very afraid when I started to climb. I would do things like pretending I couldn't climb the route because I didn't want to get high off the ground.
When I was little, I think I was too young to really realize what I was doing. I don't know if you could really say that I was climbing. My dad was basically hauling me up with his hands.
I'm still nervous when I'm very high off the ground.
Kids of all ages can learn to climb, but you should never tackle a wall without first learning from an expert, like rock climbing coach Heather Reynolds.
When you're spotting, keep your thumbs in, fingers, cup your hands. Watch the hips. Trying to help someone land on their feet, not catch them in the air.
Like these kids, Tommy and Jesse have their ups and downs on the mountain. But no matter how high they climb, the real reward is knowing that they've tried their best.
I think what I like most about climbing is the challenge it gives me to really challenge myself to do a route and eventually complete it. It's a tremendous sense of satisfaction.
I can push my own limits and see how far I can take it, and it's just really fun to do that.
It's important to challenge yourself. And if you are prepared and play it safe, there's no limit to the heights you can reach.
Hey, I'm here with Brett Favre in the film room where he studies film to prepare for games. So I thought you just went out and played football.
No, most of the time we do watch film, but several hours a week we do go through the playbook.
What's the playbook?
Well, the playbook is this little old book with about...
Little old book? Look at this thing. It's as big as a telephone book.
It's only got about 2,000 plays in it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have to study all week.
Well, we play 3 hours a week, and we study about 16 hours a week.
So do they ever test you on it?
Occasionally, they do.
Green left, big 95 QB key pass.
And how do you do?
Blue 50 attack!
Usually pretty good.
So what's that play?
This play looks like probably 2-jet Seattle, blue right.
Blue 50 attack!
You know what that means, don't you?
No, I don't. I was just going to ask you. Can you show me up there?
Yeah,
Would it
I can
be
show you
easier
up
to
there.
do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Before you say anything, I want to know if you're always as prepared. I mean, did you always study this hard?
No, I didn't. As you can see by some of these plays, I didn't study and didn't watch enough film.
Throw it away! Throw it away!
As a youngster, I thought that I could just go out and natural talent would take over. It hasn't been the case.
So at some point you had to decide to really start studying and...
Yeah, I did. I started spending more time in the film room and studying the playbook, and it's paid off. See, this was a Super Bowl, and I was really prepared for that game. We won it.
I know.
Takes it across the goal line. Look at Brett Favre coming off the field. He is so happy.
Wait, what's that?
Hey, that's a long story. I'll have to show you that on the field.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Athletes like Brett read a lot more than just playbooks. We asked Jim Eisenreich, Ken Harvey, Venus Williams, Luke Jensen, Roberto Hernandez, Cynthia Cooper, Rebecca Lobo, Steve Smith, Kenny Lofton, and Matt Wisnan, what was your favorite book as a kid?
Favorite book as a kid?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings and trilogy.
Moby Dick. Clifford the Big Red Dog, because my dad's name was Cliff.
Ahab, Curious George.
I really like Tom Thumb.
One of those books that you never put down as a kid.
They said, look, we just want a child. He doesn't have to be perfect. He doesn't have to be beautiful, even if he's no bigger than a thumb.
I still got it, but I have it for my kids.
The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. It's a great story about a tree that gives and gives and gives and never asks for anything back.
Definitely as a child was Dr. Seuss.
Probably A Cat in the Hat.
I like Charlotte Swivell. That was a good book, good story.
Reading is knowledge, and that's probably the most important thing about reading.
This week's mystery athlete became a world champion in her sport when she was just 14. She grew up in the second largest state in America. Who is she? Stay tuned.
Sure, Brett's always prepared, but is he prepared for anything? And a grand opening at Sky Dome.
We'll be right back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show.
We're back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show.
This week's mystery athlete is 1997 world champion figure skater Tara Lipinski. Tara hopes to compete at the 1998 Winter Olympics in Nagano, Japan. Tara grew up in Texas, the second largest state in the country. Only Alaska is larger than Texas.
The most special feature about Sky Dome is it was the first stadium to have a retractable roof. So this is the actual control panel?
Yes, it is. We control everything from down here. If everything's good, the weather's all clear, then it is just a matter of hitting the green open button over there, and away we go.
Is it one great big piece?
No, it's actually 4 pieces, but only 3 of them move. Panels 2 and 3 are the first 2 that move. They go straight back, and then panel 1 comes around a complete 180 degrees.
So what are the advantages of having the roof arc-shaped?
In the summer, when it does rain and we have it closed in the rain, we'll just run down off to the sides. And in the winter, especially when you do get a lot of snow and ice, it's about 8 acres up there, and that's a lot of snow to pile up. So it's better off if it all just slides down the bottom so we don't have all that weight sitting there and potentially causing damage.
It is estimated that Sky Dome has a lifespan of 300 years. Hey, they just don't build them like they used to. Now let's take a look at a stadium that's been standing over 2,000 years, the Colosseum in Rome, Italy.
You better believe they don't build them like they used to. And I should know because I, Emperor Vespasian, built this place. Behold, the Roman Colosseum! Looks a little rough around the edges now, but when it was new in the 1st century, there was nothing like it anywhere else in this world. You could see the action perfectly from any seat in the house. People came from all over the Roman Empire to spend a day at the Colosseum. 50,000 well-behaved spectators used to pack this place for an all-day sports festival. We even had the first removable roof. It was made of cloth, and sailors used to pull it across the top. Back then, the floor of the arena was covered in wood, and sometimes we flooded it and had naval battles. Underneath the floor, there were rooms and tunnels where we kept the wild animals and the fighting gladiators. Let's check the gladiator standings. Brutus the Basher was #1. You know, Brutus was probably the first superstar in sports. I'm Brutus the Beefsteak Basher, and I'm the fiercest gladiator of them all. I'll take on anyone, anything, anytime. So the next time you're in your seat watching a game, think of old Vespasian, because modern stadiums like the Sky Dome still use the basic design like my Roman Colosseum. Why didn't I think of putting up a hotel or skyboxes?
Brett and I continue to talk about how he prepares for a game and how studying hard during the week helps him succeed on Sunday. But I really wanted to know how the squirrel fits into all of this.
So you got to tell me about the squirrel. What's the story?
Let's see, we got a squirrel on the field somewhere.
It was 1994. We were playing Tampa Bay. We were in our old throwback uniforms.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you ever saw those, but they were somewhat gaudy.
Okay.
And we had just ran a play.
First down at the 16-yard line. Here's Favre on a draw play up the middle to LaShawn Johnson.
Hold on, folks. We have a blitzing squirrel on the field.
And as I watched the guy get tackled, I'm standing here, and the next thing I know, here comes this squirrel just bearing down on me like Reggie White.
He's at the 20. He's at the 10.
Now imagine we're sitting here in the stadium, 60-some-odd thousand people, and a squirrel comes out of the sideline, runs right under my feet.
He's coming after you.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't going to give him a chance to crawl. I wasn't going to be his tree that day. Let me put it that way. And I just kind of gave it a little hop, ran right under my feet.
And Favre leaps to safety.
Don't tell me you were prepared for that.
I wasn't, but being prepared will always help you for the unexpected, especially a squirrel running under your feet.
That squirrel is headed to the locker
room. When she was 3, her favorite saying was, "I can do it myself." She just never wanted help.
The wheelchair doesn't enter into it. She's just an athlete. The wheelchair is just what she uses to get from place to place.
I just want people to see me as a normal person, because that's all I think I am. I'm just a normal person with talent and determination.
14-year-old Leanne Shannon has been racing her wheelchair since she was 5. When Leanne was a baby, she was paralyzed from the waist down in a car accident. At the 1996 Paralympic Games, she won 3 gold medals and set 2 world records. Leanne is an athlete who loves to compete, and she doesn't let her wheelchair slow her down.
Well, really, I don't have any problem with having a disability. Ever since I was young, my friends have always accepted me for being in a wheelchair. The only thing I can't do is walk.
The more you're around her, you really don't see the chair. You just see her as the person, the athlete, you know, the individual. In her lifestyle, she says she can do anything but walk, and I believe her.
Leanne is a disciplined athlete with a positive attitude, especially when it comes to training.
It takes a lot of dedication to go to the Olympics. I'd wake up at 5:30 in the morning, go to the sports club and train either weights or in the pool swimming. Then I'd go to school, come home, do my homework, come to the track, train 2 hours on the track, eat dinner, go to sleep, start it all over again.
And how important is school to a world-class athlete?
School is very important to me. It's the most important thing right now, more important than racing or anything else.
Leanne is a special young woman who takes advantage of everything life has to offer.
It comes from me and my parents and all my friends. They always tell me I can do whatever I want to do. But you have to have it in you if you really are going to make something of yourself. Because if you really don't want to do it and other people want it for you, then it's not going to happen.
Leanne Shannon has the courage and determination to make it in the fast lane.
Hi, I'm Eric Karras of the Los Angeles Dodgers. You know when you're in the bleachers and you see me blast a home run, you see me swing, and you hear the crack of the bat. Do you know why you see me swing and then hear the crack?
Why do you see things at a distance before you hear them? Stay tuned to find out.
Hey, put the remote down. We'll be right back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show. We're back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show.
Why do we see things like a ball being hit before we hear the sound?
You hear the crack of my bat after you see me hit the ball because light travels faster than sound.
While light travels 186,000 miles per second, sound travels at 741 miles per hour.
It takes about a third of a second for the sound to get to the bleachers.
Another cool feature of Sky Dome is the Jumbotron. Now, when Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, I don't think he had this in mind. But it certainly brings the action closer to the fans. What is the difference, say, between a light bulb like this and what is this called in the Jumbotron?
This is a Trini light. We have 67,200 Trini lights, which make up our video board.
How many people does it take to operate it?
We work similar to what television would work like. It takes 22 people. So it's quite a large crew to have it all come together and make a really good show.
So, Retta, could I operate the Jumbotron with something like this?
Ah, I wish you could. No, actually, but that's a very common question that we get. A lot of people think that we can just turn it on and start switching channels.
Now, let's take a closer look at Steve Smith of the Atlanta Hawks, one truly inspiring image.
I am proud to be here today to announce a contribution. I am making in honor both of the future and the past.
Steve Smith of the Atlanta Hawks was a student at Michigan State before heading off to the NBA. What Steve learned in school helped him succeed in life. So Steve decided to give something back to his school to help other students succeed. He donated $2.5 million to build a student-athlete academic center where student athletes will come to study and improve their grades.
I think this building is to help a student athlete because there's a lot of pressure playing athletics up here and trying to get your degree. I can give back and to help kids also become, whatever they might become after athletics. It's going to provide a lot of opportunity for student athletes to become not only a better athlete, but a better student.
The importance of education was just one of the lessons Steve learned from his mom.
My mother was Clara Bell Smith. She was the type of woman that taught me everything, the value of life, the meaning of life. Don't be afraid of negative things you do, face your challenges, and also to treat everybody the same, to treat people with a lot of respect, and that no one is different and everyone's equal. My mom was known as the neighborhood mom. She was everybody's mom. I think when we played in the backyard where I had a basketball court, she would cook for everyone. She treated everyone like me.
Sadly, Steve lost his mom to cancer in 1992, but he was determined to pass along the lessons that Clara Bell Smith had taught him.
One good value she taught me is giving back. I think this is one way I got a chance in my life so far to give back and also honor my mom. And here it is, the Clara Bell Smith Student Academic Center.
Steve's donation is one of the largest ever made to a university by a former student athlete. But his mom taught him that money is not the only way to give back.
People always think of giving as giving back in money. You can also give back in time. Time means way much more than money. Basically, my mom meant everything to me, and with this student academic center, I tried to give a kid an opportunity, and he takes that opportunity and makes something of himself. I mean, that's the joy you'll get from it.
We're the Harlem Globetrotters. Since 1927, the Harlem Globetrotters have entertained millions of people around the globe with their unique comic style of basketball.
Take 4. Hi, I'm A-Train Bernard, and I'm gonna show you the steps of spinning the ball on your finger. Hold the ball in the palm of your hand. You pull it back for the spin. When you spin, you want it to land firmly on top of your fingertip. And you always want to keep the ball in the groove if you can. When you get good, then you can start flipping it in the air like this.
I'm going to show you a pass called a wraparound. We're going to step and wrap like that. You wrap around your body. Oh. This is the pass in semi-fast motion. And you finish it with a dunk. Yeah, like that. That's great. Yeah, that's it. That is it. That's the one.
This is the butt pass. Now we pull it here and push at the same time, like that. And hit it right there. When you go up, go push it up. Yeah, put some speed on it. Ooh, look at the fall through. I like this job.
3, 2, 1. Today's shot clock is a version of football's 2-minute drill. Brett's gonna hear me through my coach's headset. Are you ready, Brett?
Yes, I am, Rebecca.
Here we go. If you could be anybody from history, who would it be?
Einstein.
If you could visit any place in the world, where would you go?
Italy.
Who was your role model as a child?
My parents.
What was the best advice you ever gave?
Never give up.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Superman.
What was your proudest moment?
Winning the Super Bowl.
I knew that. Thanks, Brett.
Hey, this place has everything, even room service. And kids sound off about their favorite athletes.
We'll be right back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show. We're back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show.
Brett Favre, Green Bay Packers quarterback and Super Bowl champion. Who wouldn't want to trade places with him? If you could switch lives with any athlete for 1 week, would you? Who would you be? We asked students at Clara Driscoll Middle School in San Antonio, Texas, to sound off.
I'd have to be Tiger Woods. He represents the youth of America.
Amy Van Dyken, if I could trade places with her, I could probably learn about how she does and improve swimming.
I wouldn't really like to be anybody. I want to use my own talent to get to the top.
Mia Hamm, because that's what I want to be like when I grow up.
I wouldn't want to switch lives with anyone because if you're a professional athlete, you don't have time for anything but sports.
I would like to be David Robinson because he's a great team leader.
I'd want to be Michael Jordan, I guess, because I'm afraid of heights and I would like to jump up really high.
I wouldn't want to be somebody else because I like being me.
Do you want to sound off, ask a question, or share your ideas? Write to the SI for Kids show or click onto our website, www.sikids-tv.com. This place is so huge. There are 32 miles of handrails, 776 field lights, and guess what? Sky Dome even has a hotel for its guests to stay in. I'm really amazed what I've learned, especially that they can keep an 11,000-ton roof from falling down on my head. I love it here in Canada, and they certainly know how to watch a ball game here. Well, I'm tired. Back to you, Rebecca.
You finally done now for the day? I mean...
Unfortunately, no. I still have to go watch some film and study my playbook.
Really?
Yeah, never ends.
Never?
No.
Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Well, thanks for
Thanks a lot, and good luck in your game on Sunday. And, you know, whether you're playing football or math class or whatever your goals are, as we've seen today, you have to study and prepare in order to succeed. You heard it from the man. Okay? See you next week.
It's 1st and 10 on the field again. As you see the scores from both women and men. Take them back in the day when they were kids like you and see how life changed for them once they grew. From the coaches, fans, sidelines, and grandstands, strategies, referees, and game plans, kicks and punch, steals and sacrifice punts, butterfly saves and 360 dunks. We're taking the time just to let you know it's a Sports Illustrated for Kids show.